right, so I'm just going to do a real quick review of our GRAW system. Later on in the afternoon here, I'm going to do the installation process before, during, and after. So we had this installed the week of November 15th, and it was part of the OT&E along with Dodge City. And here's the what I'm going to cover is the MROS GRAW block diagram, talk about the radio sound comparison, similar to what Sarah had, and then the packaging for the GRAW SON, the GRAW ground station equipment, antenna types, antennas installed, lifting post modification. So the next slide here is just the basics of what the MROS GRAW block diagram looks like. And I believe Aaron's going to also show this, so I'm going to press on. So here's the comparisons. And as Sarah noted, we're seeing about a 220 gram difference that the new SON is lighter. So what, and here's some of the information on it as far as the battery cell comparison, battery life. This one with the GRAW, I'm not too sure about 240 minutes. Haven't been able to test that, but overall, it's supposed to do, according to the manufacturer, be a little bit more sensitive or a higher resolution. And here's the packaging. And based on the current, we have about 25 per box. And per the NLSC, they're about $78 each. And the big reason why they're much cheaper than the RS-92 is that they're not using the pressure cells in these, so they're gathering the height data just off of the GPS. So the GPS is very, very critical. If you lose the GPS, you're losing the ground height information, geopotential heights, etc. So they did find there were some packaging issues causing damages to the radio sounds. They are, I guess, the NRC or NLSC, I guess they're looking at it, the Visal, or I'm sorry, GRAW sent out a new box, and they're going to be testing that. So in the distant future, you may see different type of packaging. It might go down to 20 per box. And if you noticed on the right side, you go, where's the desiccant packs for this? It's in that right side. There's a whole bunch in there. So folks, if you want to use those too for your Fisher Porters to put them in there, that's a great use of that. You won't ever have to order them from NLSC. And here's the ground station. And what we found, just to give us more space on our desktops there, is we put it underneath our raised floor, and it's right there, and it just connects in with the three antennas. And here's what the antennas look like. This was taken at the Sterling Field Support Center. That's when I was there for, you can see the different antennas, the helical, the GPS, and then the GPS is next to it, and then you have the omnidirectional. So they had the antennas installed. They first put them on the base to install, and then here's something that we modified with the lifting platform. It was a 500 gram lifting platform. So when we used the RS-92, we left that ring on there, and we determined based on weighing everything, part of the hose, the nozzle, the lifting platform, it was about 1,200. And once I took that lifting, the ring, that silver ring off, we lost about 120 grams off of this. So that's helped, but it's still, we're seeing some high ascension rates, so we may be wasting gas, which we shouldn't be doing, but that's what we're dealing with right now with that. And then as you see, this is, you're wondering, well, if you remove that silver ring, there's still a little ledge there that you can put the weights on if you need to. And we're pretty much, most of our flights are at the 1050 grams for the nozzle clamp, carabiner, and hose. So any questions?
We don't have any questions that have popped in just as of yet. And we do have some time, just so folks know, if you or haven't looked at the agenda, we'll have some time coming up at the end of these to talk about all the various upper air systems. Okay,